Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. So we're here for Genesis Squads, 3 games, TPP. Our first game is going to be on Vikendi. And nice full lobby, 90 people in the lobby. Okay, so here we go. And let's have a look at what the flight line is going to throw for us today. So we're going across the southern part of the island from west to east, ending up in Hot Springs and Cantra. So Winery certainly in range, as is Villa. Looks like we got a couple of early jumpers as well. Going to follow Fitzy and the guys from Gen, our host for this evening, down on drop number 1. Looks like these guys are out and heading south towards Milnar by the look of it. And yeah, it looks like we've got quite a few late jumpers as well. We'll certainly keep an eye on the map with regard to how the zone shifts. Absolutely brutal on Vikendi, as you know, for those of you who played in game number 3 of Riot last night. That was just absolutely insane. Huge amount of fun, but absolutely insane. Oh, Fitzy and the guys getting looted up. They've got a couple of teams not too far away, though. Damo split off a little bit, but there's some guys from Seven Adams not too far away from him. And we've also got, who we got? We've got one of the squads from Noob Hunters, not too far away from this compound. Also, looks like Damo might have either heard something or got a quick peek at someone, so he's heading back to his squad. There's a few players around here. Let's just have a quick check. And wow, that is just as brutal as it was last night. Look at that. Okay, let's quickly jump into, that looks like the guys from Elusive. Squad number 23. Not too far away from the guys from Penn. And some DBS action from Mumbles there. Wasn't mumbling too much with that shotgun to the face, was he? Great work. So 4 kills for these guys already. They've lost Mr. Green though, unfortunately, but they've managed to pick up 4 kills, but it's not over yet. They've got another team not too far away. It's the team number 23 from Elusive. Oh, Mumbles with his DPS. He's out the window. And here we go. Straight in the back. Have some of that, my friend. And Mumbles has now been knocked, but he was doing some great work with that DPS, and he's been thirsted up. Helps the only one still alive, actually. So a great start from the guys from Penn, but taken out by Elusive there. Helps the only one still up and running, and he was somewhat separated from his team. Maybe doing a recon strat on the drop, but ended up in a fight with 2 different squads there. So I think he's probably better off getting out of there on his toes. So some great work from Mumbles and the guys in the early part of the game, but just proved a bit too much. So, okay, let's check our map. So we got a lot of people on the coast, and they're all to the south of this zone. Yeah, did a pretty good job yesterday of calling where the zone would end up, actually, after phase number 1. Called it pretty early on, as I recall. But, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. This could be in the middle of nowhere, couldn't it? So, right, okay, let's head down south. We're here with Noob Hunters now. Looks like they're getting into it with the one of the squads from ZPX, the Maniacs. And Kvesh putting a hurt in there. Destroyer just managing to get behind the rock, get to his teammate. Kvesh out the window, looking to potentially push this one. He is taking some rounds, however. So plenty of action early doors in this game. There are already 2 team members down. But they've managed to establish some knocks. They've managed to establish some knocks, and I think ZPX want to finish this. And that's Kirsty done. And looks like the last 2 surviving members of ZPX have managed, well, they've got 3 kills. And should be able to get his teammate up, and these guys ready to fight again. So 3 kills, great gunfighting there. Well done, guys. Okay, we've got a lot of teams all very, very close to each other. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at what the Salty Snakes are up to. And these guys rotating. So some of the squads starting to naturally find themselves a bit of distance from each other. Let's check out 7 Adams, normally pretty aggressive. Yeah, it looks like we've got some action going on with Sons of Odin actually, so we're just going to quickly jump up there. And unfortunately we missed that one, so looks like the guys from Gen have just taken out a team from Sons of Odin there. Going to get their teammate up, so they'll still survive as a 4 kills for these guys early game. Well done. And yeah, you're not being shy this evening, are you? You're all getting stuck in exactly what we want to see. Lots of irresponsible, gratuitous violence. Yeah, just give a quick shout out to Jammy. He's dropped into slot number 2 for me, so he's going to be helping me get results and things like that. So thank you very much for that, mate. Ant-Man in the chat as well. Great game last night, Ant-Man. That was just insane. Winning that game number 3 last night. That was just absolutely insane. That was a huge amount of fun though. But by the look of it, we could end up with an equally challenging zone on this one. Yeah, who doesn't love a bit of a candy, eh? So we're here with the elves. Looks like these guys going for a little bit of rotate, but they're not too far away from the guys from Gen, but they're looking to rotate also. Got quite a long way, these guys on the south coast. So we're down to 74 players, 20 teams, some good early action there. Kind of felt sorry for Mumbles with his shotgun there. He was doing great work and eventually just threw too much. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Okay, let's have a quick check. Looks like these guys from Noob Hunters and Elves may well be coming together soon. Yeah, here we go. They're all rotating in, but they've certainly got to look at each other, I think. And looks like we've got a couple of flares going off in the distance to get some super crate drops down. No doubt that'll attract some attention. So 7 Adams not too far away. Noob Hunters getting themselves into a compound there. We've still got a lot of teams down south. The blue is now starting to move. It's only phase 1 of the game, but the blue's starting to move. And if you try and crash this zone to the south, you're going to run into a lot of opposition. Yeah, let's check out the guys from Elusive, because it looks like this area around here could get pretty tasty. So we've got the Zen team not too far away, just off to their right. And we've got Help, who was the only survivor of that bun fight right at the beginning. Down there, looks like the elves are rotating through. And we got plenty of people all around this area. Salty Snakes also going in for a fast rotate. Who do we pick here? Let's check out the guys from Fusion. And that actually, yeah, that looks like the elves might be getting into it. And so they've got Salty Snakes off. They've already lost 2 of their teammates. So Salty Snakes in front of them. Looks like Silver, you might just attempting to get sights on there. Not quite. Sam potentially looking for a high ground flank to the north there, and was taken out. So that's Silvio on his own now. Fuji thirsts up Sam. Are they going to push down on Silvio? Do they know where he is? Okay, we've got some other action going on, so we might have to. Yeah, well, it's been pretty great so far, in fact. Okay, let's check out Elusive. By the sounds of it, they're getting into it. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but it's one of the chaps from Elusive. He's taking a bit of damage. They're getting into it with a team from Zen, Naughty, and the boys. Cronus, usual suspect side. Normally pretty good at lighting up the kill feed, those fellas. Looks like we got Subi and Willow not too far off this as well. So you got some potentially you got some big hitters out here. Let's have a look at what Subi's up to. Let's check. And I think Naughty just caught a glimpse of Willow there. But one of the guys of Elusive does the job for him. So that's Willow taking a knock. Right. And Naughty certainly had a look at one of the guys of Team 23 coming in there. Yeah, and he certainly saw him peeking at that window. So Naughty, I think, just waiting to hit this one as hard as he can. Looking to pick his moment. Here we go. That's one knocked. Here we go. He's getting pushed on by 2. And that's one of them down, but he does in turn get taken down. The rest of his team coming in fantastically well there to do the business and cover their teammate. That was really great squad play there. Naughty doing the business. He Took out one, took out the second, put a big chunk into the third, and the rest of the team swarmed straight on in fantastic squad play from these guys. Okay, but we've still got the guys from ZPX not too far away. Now would be the time to hit if they were going to do it. Let's check out on Willow. Obviously, no way for the guys from ZPX to know how that fight was going, really. But that was potentially the opportunity to crash into Zen there if they were going to do it. Great work by Naughty, though. And the rest of the guys coming in. Just fantastic squad play. It's what you want to see. So everybody's starting now to get to come into the zone, and yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Could be Critchas, could be Port, could be in the middle of nowhere. Let's check out the guys from Rendezvous. Looks like they've just finished their fight, actually. So we're down to 46 players, 13 teams. Most people are finding their way into zone now. Looks like we've got the guys from Fusion here getting into it with a squad from Gen. Throwables coming out. Looks like a couple of knocks have already gone in. Damo certainly taking some rounds. And Fitzy and Temp both driving, so they're not actually with their teammates at this moment in time. Presumably they're on their way in, or potentially went to scout the next location and their teammates got bounced, one of the two. It looks like these guys are looking to smoke up and get out of here. They're getting chased by a few rounds, but they've got themselves some cover. And they've got a good situation. They're in zone, so they don't have to fuss too much about getting pushed on by the blue. We're in phase 3 of the game. Okay. Looks like quite a few teams now are starting to look to put themselves in a good position coming into the middle part of the game on the northern part of the coast. And yep, you know, mid-air fire, common sight on Bukendi. And yeah, that's my game, just froze. Oh, God, I hate this thing. I hate this thing. Come on, get back, get back, get back. There we go. God, I hate this thing sometimes. I really hate this thing sometimes. Thankfully, we managed to get back. Okay, we've got the guys from ZPX. Looks like they've got a member from squad number 3 not too far away. It's one of the teams from Gen. Down to 41 players, 12 teams still contesting. Circle number 4 has broken, so that's coming a little bit. So we've got, yeah, looks like we're going to be, well, Critchas certainly gonna feature. But we'll have to see. Are we going to get another town finish? That'd be great after last night. So ZPX and Gen not too far away from each other. They're both just looking to get into circle at this point. Certainly be aware of each other's presence though. And looks like ZPX are also having a look in the direction of Salty Snakes and Fallen, putting some rounds in. And a few zipping back as well. But yeah, these guys got multiple vehicles available. Looks like they're going to rotate. Let's potentially see if they're going to crash this compound or just look for somewhere where they can hold up. In they go. They know Salty Snakes are out there. They've just crashed into the next compound, put themselves in zone, keep the vehicle safe. Let's check out how the chaps from Salty Snakes are doing. So Fuji putting in some rounds from the roof there. And blown one car. Fuji trying to get the hurt on with the M24 there. Somebody's rocking a Mark 14 out there as well. Certainly heard that. There we go again. So looking to smoke out his flanks. We got a lot of teams around this area. We got team number 6, that's Xeno. Fuji getting a look at these guys trying to push their rear. Still got ZPX in front of them. Let's have a look at our general disposition on the map. So yeah, all these guys involved in this big fight, but they're well outside the zone. So that's our next circle, and yeah, Kritchas certainly going to feature in the later stages of the game. Looks like the guys from Fusion looking to rotate in, and we could get a horrible situation here. Well, you know, not horrible for me spectating, but we could end up with a strange situation where a lot of people trying to rotate in the zone end up getting caught in fights and taken out. But that's some great work from Fuji there, putting the hurt on the guys from Zen. Blow the car. Guys are knocked all over the place. There's certainly going to be and Fuji's just not had enough yet, has he? Look at that. He's all over the place. But he has now in turn been knocked, but that was a great push on Zen there. So that's 2 of the guys from Salty Snakes knocked. They're involved in a multiple gunfight here. They've managed to pick up 5 kills though, these guys. Okay, but he's got 2 squad mates down, so he's going to go and do his best to get these guys up. The circle is, the blue is now starting to push. And yeah, phase 5 of the game, this is going to be really tough. They need to get the meds in. They need to get the meds in and move. It was a great fight these guys did, but yeah, a bit too close to the edge of zone maybe. Potentially we might have a bit of an every man for himself situation. Just get into zone, get into zone. Yeah, we got 3 members of Salty Snakes down, and Avery's really fighting to get his meds in here. Really fighting to get his meds in. He might have a chance if he really guns that one and gets in. Yeah, he's managed to make it in. Just needs to get himself medded up now. And he's going to be the sole surviving member of his team. So yeah, great work in that fight from Salty Snakes, but it did cost him. We've still got some of the guys from Zen rotating in. They must be popping meds like a bunch of lunatics over there. Hard Shift got a nice position in zone already. Help, who was involved in that fight with Mumbles and the rest of the guys earlier. He's still hanging around. And looks like he's potentially getting into it with ZPX Fallen. No. We got a couple of A lot of people still got to move in. A lot of people still got to move in. And the hard shift guys have split themselves up quite a bit here. They've taken a few knocks and kills though. Let's check out Nemesis from Noob Hunters. These guys have managed to find themselves some buildings just inside of Circle. These guys certainly probably remember last night's game. Okay, so that's our situation. We've got a lone player from Fusion out there. We've got a player from Malice out there. We've got the guys from Riot Squad number 19. We've got Noob Hunters. Hard shift coming. They are separated, but they're coming aggressively through center of zone. And yeah, everybody's kind of all over the place here, aren't they? But all good fun. Okay, let's check out Hardman from Hard Shift. He's rotating. Let's check out Sponge. Hardman doing well so far this game. He's managed to pick up 6 kills. And looks like he might be... excuse me. And Willow not too far away here. So he's going to get the res on his teammate, but Willow is doing his best to maintain a low profile. Probably wants to get a couple of nasty little dings in. So, yeah, Hardman's aware he's out there somewhere. Managed to get his teammate up. These guys have got good location in zone. Phase number 6 of the game now. Out goes the nade. We're down to 17 players still left alive. 7 teams. And yeah, Hardman doesn't want this guy messing them up from behind, so he's going to go in aggressively. He wants Willow cleared. We've had a next circle shift. They're not too far away, these guys, but they can't have Willow causing problems behind them, so they do need him cleared. We have 1 minute till the zone shifts, and Willow's causing these guys all kinds of problems. They do want him gone, but he's causing problems. But right, okay, it's cleared. So now the guys from Hard Shift looking to rotate in. And we've got team number 19 from Rendezvous. They've got a good location inside of Circle. Got themselves a nice little compound there. Hard Shift rotating in hard. We've still got help. Well done, mate. He still managed to keep himself alive after all of this. So the guys from Hard Shift taking the position to the western side of the road there. A little bit of a reverse slope to work with. We've got Fusion, help maintaining a low profile. Not too far away from the guys from Fusion. And phase 7 of the game, we still got 13 people left alive. Flareon from Noob Hunters, not too far away from the guys from the Rendezvous. And you have to say, Hard Shift certainly handled the last couple of phases of play very aggressively. And they know they've got nobody at their back because they made sure they cleared it. So, 13 players, 5 teams. Flareon not too far away from the Rendezvous, and we've seen plenty of times in recent games. A single player, when you don't know he's there, can cause absolute nightmares if you have to rotate fast and he starts hitting you. So no doubt Flareon certainly not finished firing yet. I'm certain he's can't wait to stitch somebody right up, and that looks like Sponge has just got the knock on Towel there. So let's go to Wolf. So slightly out of zone. His teammate is not. And yeah, Hardman doing the business there. So we're down to 11 players. We're here with the guys from Gen, Nick and Damo. Again, everybody trying to fight the blue. Phase 8 of the game. This is just far too painful to be out in it. And you have to say, look at this zone control from the guys from team number 22, Hard Shift here. Absolutely fantastic work. Be ridiculous to bet against them at this point, I'd have to say. Okay, Junior here from the Rendezvous doing his best to get his teammate up. Even when he gets him up, they're very slightly out of zone. Zone is going to start to move in 18 seconds. And they know they've got a couple of players from Gen behind them. This is all playing into the hands of Hard Shift, who I have to say have controlled zone and controlled space fantastically well over the last two phases of play. So we're down to 3 teams. Still got, I think Flary is still out there from Noob Hunters. Looks like Junior has now been knocked. Supreme doing the business, trying to get his teammate up. Snout up on the roof, trying to engage with Hard Shift. And Hard Shift are just basically encircling this whole zone here. Just fantastic control of zone. Fantastic control of ground. It's just been great pleasure to watch these guys move in. They really do know what they're doing. Going for the drop, and that's it over. Yeah, you have to say Hard Shift there really did play those last 3 phases of play incredibly well. Fantastic control of space. Absolute masterclass. And look at the kills they were knocking in. What's that? 17, 20 kills. 10 for Hardman. Fantastic work from these guys. In second place, we have the Rendezvous. They pick up 10 kills, 6 for Snout. And in third place, we have Noob Hunters. Just the 1 kill for those guys. Very quiet game for those guys. I can't imagine there's another team that's going to match 20 kills. We'll have a look, see if there's anybody up there with 10 kills to match Hardman. I don't think so, but we'll have a quick check for you. Willow picking up 3. And yeah, 6 kills for the guys from Elusive. They had a good early part of the game. But yeah, that was, you have to say, that was Hard Shift's game. Completely dominated the last 3 phases of play. Outstanding work from those guys. So, yep, Hard Shift are winners of game number 1. And I'll see you all very shortly for game number 2. See you in a bit. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Game number 2, Gen Squads. Fantastic game. Game number 1. Really great work from the guys from Hard Shift there. So, 94 players on Miramar. Oh, yes, rendering hell. Thank you for that. Gonna follow Mumbles down on the stream, I think. Purely simply because I just love the DBS work at the beginning part of that game. And here we go. So we've got a interesting flight line. So north to south. So the Prison Island and Los Higos certainly in range. Picardo certainly in range. Hacienda in range. No spoilers this time. Yeah, I do apologise for that. I think anybody watching the final 3 phases of play in that last game pretty much could predict the win there. You don't have to be a clairvoyant to do that one, I don't think. Hard Shift certainly controlled that one really well. So it looks like the guys from Penn are out the plane. So shoots are open, and yeah, we've got a lot of people jumping early, actually, by the look of it. A lot of people jumping early in the flight line. These guys are on the deck. And they've got teams around them. So we've got Hard Shift. Looks like they're getting straight into it straight away. Here our Spartan. Looks like he's just put the hurt on Rocky with the Uzi. We've got team number 4 not too far away from this as well. That's one of the guys from Penn who we followed down on the drop. 22 Hard Shift, as we know. 25 we've got a team from Vape not too far away, and they're split somewhat. Of either side, a Hard Shift by the look of it. And potentially Sponge isolated there with the guys from Penn. And they're putting the rounds in. Yeah, and Mr. Green puts the hurt on Sponge, and they're going to push this one. They want rid of this guy. Yep, and yep, shotgun to the back of the head often ruins your day. So that's Mr. Green taking a kill for Penn pretty early. And the guys from Vape, yep, they're either side of the guys from Hard Shift. So a quick look at the map. So we've got a Hard Shift to the Hard Shift. Got to stop saying that. We've got a zone shift that's going well to the north and the east. We're going to leave this very shortly. Looks like we've got plenty of action going on with Elusive. Team 21 not too far away. That's Fusion. And yeah, we got one of the squads from Zen out there also. And Doppler lost 3 of his teammates already, and it looks like the guys from Zen are pushing this one. Here they come. And yeah, that was just brutal. So the guys from Zen, 4 kills nice and early. Elusive on the high ground. And we'll see if these guys want to push at each other or content just to loot up for the time being. Looks like we've got some action in the kill feed, so we'll just jump and see where that's all kicking off. Looks like, there we go. And so we've got 2 members of Vape down already. And looks like they've got the ZPX right at the top of this cliff. And that looks like Willow putting the hurt on the other member of Vape there. So manages to get meted up and goes for the run. And Willow tries the shot with the Kar 98, not quite coming off for him though. Not certain if he's aware if he's got a player just below him. Not working out with the Kar 98, goes for the spray, certainly puts some damage in. Yeah. And, yeah, well, they cleared that up. Yep. That'll clear your sinuses, won't it? Okay, let's have a look at our situation on the ground. We're down to 83 players. As I said earlier, the phase circle number 1 has shifted quite aggressively to the north and east. Let's check out guys from ZPX. Have already managed to pick up a couple of kills. They've got an overlook on the guys from Hard Shift and Pen. Mystic taking a few rounds there, but managing to get a few back. So, yeah, their opponents certainly know their location at this point. We'll just stay with these guys, see if they fancy pushing it this compound aggressively. We've still got Pen not too far from this fight, somewhat on the periphery of it though. Early stages of the game. Pen and Hard Shift, ZPX also, all 3 teams that could certainly take the win, so we'll see how aggressive they want to get with each other in the early stages of the game. We'll just check the map. Drop coming down not too far away actually. So look at what Subi's having a deco out here. So some rounds going out, but looks like these guys are fairly happy to keep this a medium range engagement for this at this moment in time. Let's just have a quick scan at our map. Let's have a look. I'm just going to check out the guys from Elusive. Looks like they're pretty close to team number 6, Xeno Elite. And looks like the guys from Zen are again not wishing to take this one on. Certainly taking some rounds for it though. I don't think that vehicle was too far off getting blown to pieces. So it's only phase 1 of the game, so don't really have to worry about the blue too much. But they're in the middle of a fight, and you know, they've still got a little bit of a way to rotate, and they've taken some damage. Elusive also going to have to move now. So these guys could end up having shots at each other all the way during their rotation on foot. And that looks like Missy has now been knocked. And looks like Elusive are pushing in now. That's some knocks going in for both teams now. Missy has been thirsted up. Out come the nades. So one way or another, looks like these guys aren't going to be skirting around it. One of these two teams is going back to the lobby. So Vert's doing the business there, but in turn getting knocked. Let's have a look at Lotus. And yeah. Looks like Venom getting the heal on Vert. We've still got a couple of guys from Elusive out there though. Oh, and he had a beautiful look at the back of Lotus there. So great shot with the Kar 98. He's the only member of his team still up though. Out come the mollies. And I don't think he's going to be able to get to his teammate here. No, his teammate goes down. So we'll just stay with this one for just a little while. See if... no, there's no... no, Zen aren't letting this go. Zen aren't letting this go. Here we come. Here we come. And yeah, Venom does the business there. And that's the guys from team number 23 Elusive taken out. So 8 kills for the team from Zen now. Well played, guys. Long way to rotate, though. Long way to rotate. And I'm fairly certain their vehicle was blown. So they're going to be using some shoe leather. Right, let's have a look to the southwest. Still plenty of teams around here. These guys still happy to maintain this distance they've got from building to building. Let's check out that, man. So the guys from Hard Shift, they're 2 players down. However, it does look like Willow has just been knocked. And Willow has now been taken out. So the guys from Hard Shift know they're potentially going to be pushed on here. There's going to be a 3-on-2. Doing the best to maintain control over this floor. Yeah, they're making their way up the stairs, these guys. One way or another, we're going to get a meeting of minds, I feel. And the guys from Hard Shift content to wait for this fight. Spartan taking an overview. Third party peeking at the top of the stairs there. So we're only phase 2 of the game. Still got 67 players alive, 20 teams. And looks like Subi's going to be the first up the stairs. Switches out to the Scarrel. Subi moving in aggressively, and Subi gets the kill on Spartan there. So that's the guys from ZPX taking out our winners of game number 1, Hard Shift. 4 kills for this team now. Well done, played. Well played. Our guys who are involved in that big fight earlier from Zen, still well out in the blue. Long way to rotate for these guys. Not too bad at the moment, but they need to pick up some meds along the way, I'd imagine. Right, let's check out the guys from DH. Looks like they've had a fairly quiet game thus far. Siren, Tequila, Aaron, and Redders. And are potentially having a long-range engagement with the guys from Gen here? Yeah, I think so. Okay, our next circle not too far away. And that is a very hard shift to the west. Not too many teams in there, so a lot of teams with a lot of work to do to rotate now. So that's guys from Gen looking to rotate. And they're potentially looking to surf the edge of the blue. Is certainly going to attract the attention of Noob Hunters though. No, they've moved away. Okay, let's have a look at the rest of our situation, and it looks like the southern part of this circle is going to get very tasty very quickly, I feel. Okay, we're here with Noob Hunters. Looks like they've got guys from ZPX and Kirsty taking quite a few rounds there. ZPX potentially looking to rotate through. Let's have a look at the guys from Penn. They're not too far away from this one. And yeah, they've certainly got eyes on. And Menace taking a few rounds there. So guys from ZPX up on the high ground. These guys controlling their space well. They know they've got a squad from Penn in front of them, but they've hidden the vehicles on a reverse slope. Rounds being exchanged. Probably quite content for the time being to keep this a medium range engagement. Right. So, yeah, pretty busy around this southern edge, and also getting very, very busy in the north-eastern part of the map. We've got 7 Adams and squad number 20. That's the Elves, I think. I'm just going to have a quick check on these guys because they're out of zone. There we go. So 7 Adams getting into it with the Elves. Phase number 3, so the blue has now closed on them. Looks like 7 Adams are potentially putting the hurt on the Elves though here. It's not prepared to take the damage fighting out in the blue, so I think, oh well, no, maybe not. Just looking to relocate, get on a higher ground, and okay, I'm going to say Ascend for that one. Ascend certainly putting the rounds in. Flanking manoeuvre coming off from the other guys from 7 Atoms as well, Kenzo and Trippy. And oof, Ascend just got a nasty ding there. But looks like the writing's on the wall for these guys. Yep, Trippy clearing that up. So they need to get their teammates up and start to move. Phase 4 of the game, so it hurts enough. And they've got a long way to rotate. They're really going to be fighting it, these guys. And our guys from Zen involved in the big fight earlier. They've managed to just about make their way out of the blue. Okay, let's have a look at our general disposition of the game. We're in phase 4, and this is all going to kick off, isn't it, to the north east. We're 48 players still running around, 14 teams still in the running. Let's check out our friends from the Rendezvous. Probot looks like putting some rounds towards the guys from Sons of Odin. We have Lionhearts not too far away. Snout has been knocked. Let's check out Jacko. So, 3-way fight going on right at the edge of circle number 4. Nades going in. And looks like also a team from Xeno Tactic having an overlook on this one. And Vaca putting in the damage there, but has in turn been knocked. Shouldn't be too difficult for his teammate to get him up, however. The guys from Sons of Odin here coming under sustained fire. And they're right at the edge of blue. Phase 5 of the game. This is going to be one of those circumstances where it's going to be unlikely anybody gets out of this one. Sid, doing his best to get his teammates up. Still got LHZ out there. And there's rounds flying all over the place here. And these guys from Sons of Odin really are in a very tough spot. 1 minute and 15 seconds till the blue starts to push in. That's a lot of medding that needs to be done, and a lot of rotating that needs to be done with a lot of guns in front of them. So we're here with Lionhearts. They've got themselves a location just inside of circle number 5. We're down to 32 players, 12 teams. Let's check out the guys from Salty Snakes. Looks like 2 of them down. Avery, the only one still up and running, and Avery taken out. So that Salty Snakes taken out by 7 atoms there. Fitzy, the giant grubster, still up and running. The only member of his team, though. And he's taking some rounds from behind, manages to just get over the wall. Some fire coming in from Sons of Odin. And he's still facing his own problems here. He's still got to rotate. Knows he's got guys from Zen not too far away from him. He had a quick peek at Cronus there, I think. Naughty has been knocked. Just doing his very best to try and get in the circle here. I think he's going to make it. Okay. So look at Syed. Looks like he's putting some rounds into the guys from 7 atoms. He's got a quick peek at Fitzy. And I think Fitzy got the knock on him there. So lots of people shooting each other. Actually, I might have not too certainly got the knock, but okay. So we've got Xenotactic, 8 kills for these guys. Great work. Had a long rotation, but they managed to make it into edge of zone. We're down to 17 players, 6 teams. Guys from Gen slightly outside of zone. We've got a couple of guys from Zen on the high ground. We've got Lionhearts just inside the compound there, but they are slightly out of zone. They've got Noob Hunters not too far away. Phase 6 of the game. Blue's going to start to move in 20 seconds. And Zen smoking out their location. They want to keep hold of this high ground here. Guys from Gen also inside of zone. Team number 6, and here we go. Looks like Verts might be having a quick look at Malice here. Verts taking plenty of damage, but looks like Venom from Zen has been knocked. Verts comes over the top, tries to get into it with Darshan, puts the hurt on Darshan. Now here comes Malice, and these guys, wow, who's going to get this? And I think some fantastic work from Verts there. And he managed to get him. But he couldn't quite make it into the blue in time. But some great gunfighting from Verts there. We're down to 12 players, 5 teams. Noob Hunter's certainly got a good location north of the next circle. Everybody else fighting to get their way in. Zen maintained this high ground for as long as they could, but now they do have to move. They know they've got Gen just off to their left. Noob Hunter's got a great location in his zone, but that's Propane knocked. Cronus putting a hurt on there. So Zen know they've got to move forward, but they know they've also taken some damage out of their out of the guys from Noob Hunters here. So Cronus moving in the zone, still aware that he's got a player out there somewhere. So Noob Hunter's making sure he gets in the zone. Sorry, Noob Hunter, Cronus. And we have 3 players, 3 teams. So it's going to be a combination. Well, this could very well come down to ground, couldn't it? And that's... I don't know who got that one. I really don't. And, yep, Zen took it in the end. Yeah, it was a bit all over the place towards the end there. But Xenotactic taking the win in game number 2. 14 kills, 10 for Cronus, doing some fantastic work in the final phases of the game. In second place, Noob Hunters with 5 kills for those guys. And in third place, it's Gen with 11 kills for those guys. So looks like Cronus are kill leader in the top half of the leaderboard. We'll just have a check, see if anybody else came close to 10. I don't think so. Kenzo from 7 Atoms managing to rack up 6. Trippy from 7 Atoms also racking up 5. So a good performance from that team. But I have to say, I don't think we're going to get any more than 10 kills for Cronus as our individual kill leader for game number 2. Congratulations to the guys from Zen. Very tight fight at the end between Zen, Noob Hunters and Genesis. Always good fun, those hilltop fights on Miramar. So that concludes game number 2. And yeah, back very shortly, boys and girls, for game number 3. More gratuitous violence and great action from a lot of you, I'm sure. I will see you soon. Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to Genesis Squads for game number 3. Had to keep the fans happy, so quick wardrobe change just for Guapo. Well, you asked for it, dude. And also congratulations to England for eventually becoming the 2026 Nations Champions. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Loving it. So, okay, here we are. Game number 3, Erangel. Fantastic games in 1 and 2. So we've got a west to east flight line. Pachinki in range. Mill base going to be in range. Mill to power. Certainly going to be in range. Novo crates. Just like to say thank you to all the subscribers to the channel. Recently hit 150 subscribers on the channel, which I know it's pretty small, but it's a little bit of a milestone for me. So thank you all very much indeed. It's very much appreciated. Really do enjoy doing the streams for you guys. We're going to follow one of the teams from our hosts down. That's Jen. We're here with Malice. A lot of people going north of flight line, and a lot of people exiting early from the plane heading towards the hospital George Pol area. And quite a lot of people heading towards the end of the flight line as well. Looks like Zen have dropped down towards Millbase Island. Oh, here we are with our host. So Jen, looks like they've dropped North George. Let's just check out the situation at Crates. Looks like ZPX might have gone to George Crates. Oh, not too far away at least. Getting themselves looted up. So 93 players, 24 teams. Elves have hit Milter power by the look of it. And let's just have a quick look at Sons of Odin. Yeah, they've dropped into school. And looks like a team from Penn have dropped school apartments. And Sons of Odin have school to themselves. Well, the last few times I played, Luke was nowhere near as good a school as it used to be. But, okay, well, we haven't got too much early contact here. Let's check out these guys. Squad number 10 from ZPX. Looks like they're getting very, very close to one of the teams from Xenotactic. Ah, it's the bots. Oh, well, let's hope I can watch Neo getting wasted whilst wearing an England shirt. I mean, that would just be poetically beautiful, frankly. So we've got Philly Kraken, a little bit exposed, and Crash not too far away. Guys from ZPX controlling these buildings. How's Phil doing? He's got himself a UMP. Level 2 vest, level 1 helmet. And looked like he might have had a little bit of look at Crash there. But in comes the nade. These guys poking at each other at the windows. Phil out the window and looking to rotate around the back of the building. Taking some rounds from the side. Great flanking move from Forbes there. Yeah, not going to thirst him up. Alex also been knocked. Let's look at what Nemesis is looking at. He's managed to pick himself up an AK. No vest though. So not a great situation to get himself into a gunfight. Neo also no vest. And the guys from ZPX deliberately leaving Alex to bleed out at this point, try and put the pressure on. So, no choice now, Neo getting into the gunfight with Quest. Quest puts the drop on Neo. Corpse, doing the business there, and yeah, guys from ZPX taking out Xenotactic early stages of the game. Knew I wore this English shirt for a reason. Okay, there is our circle, so pretty central. No, he's going to have too many difficulties rotating in from there. We've got the guys from the Rendezvous down in Primorsk and Lionheart's up in Zaki. But pretty much everybody else shouldn't be too far away. For the guys from Penn here. We got ZPX not too far away. It doesn't look like either squad are particularly engaged with each other or looking to push at this moment in time. Okay, so we've got a drop coming down not too far from the guys from Elusive. And yeah, we got some action here from the guys from Noob Hunters. They're not too far away, potentially also wanting to have a quick look at this drop. Doesn't look like a great deal is happening with the fight that the situation we were looking at earlier. So noob hunters. There you go. So somebody's already emptied that crate. And takes a shot with the M24, doesn't quite make it connect. But hits that one, so that is Ranger knocked. One of these fellas obviously had a flare because that's just gone up. Doesn't look like the guys from Elusive want to push this knock though. And Flareon probably just had a quick look at the chap on the roof there. I was certainly aware of his location. And yeah, Flareon putting the hurt onto the guy from the roof there. And potentially we've got some guys from Hardshift not too far away from this one. Down comes a flare drop. And what we've got in here, AUG AWM. Premix having a look at that. So yeah, we'll just keep a little bit of an eye on this one for the time being. Nobody looking to push it too aggressively though at this point. Some rounds going in though. Flareon moving forward now. Premixed also moving forward. Looks like potentially the guys from Noob Hunters are preparing themselves to push this. One of these guys gets a knock on the guys from Elusive. I'd have to say, I'd imagine they would push it pretty hard. They're just looking for that knock. Some throwables going out, some sniper shots going in. Yeah, looks like these guys are going for a flanking move. Yep, teammates keeping their heads down, getting the throwables out, putting the rounds in, and looks like Flareon's looking to hit this one from the side. Should have shots here. Yeah, beautiful. Gets a knock in. Great movement there. These guys have established the knocks, certainly putting the damage in. So I feel that yeah, they might be on the wall here for the guys from Elusive. Yeah, in come the thrower balls, rounds coming through the window. Well, look a little bit of third party work actually. However, it does look like Flareon has also now been knocked. Yeah, back on his feet though. Yeah, and they're having a look at the top of the stairs here. Premix putting the rounds in with the Uzi. And that's 4 kills from these guys. Yeah, great rotations there, great movement. Taking some rounds from the guys from ZPX, not too far away though. Did well to control that fight. Okay, let's have a quick look at our general situation. Pretty quiet start to this game. First 2 games had loads of early action. Reasonably quiet in this one so far. So let's have a quick look at the guys from Hardshift. Looks like they're getting into it with team number 18. That's Salty Snakes. Here we are with Spartan putting some rounds for the DP. Taking a bit of damage in return though. And looks like the guys from Hardshift, Sponge certainly looking to relocate and get an angle on this. However, ran a bit too close to team number 17 from Lionhearts there. And that's Spartan putting the knock on Avery. Let's look at what Sponge is up to now. Managed to get himself relocated, and again, classic split situation here, going for a pincer movement. Just waiting to push any advantage or any knock they get. So let's have a look. Sponge going to crash this one hard aggressive. Yep, straight in. The rest of his team are in there. Get straight into it. However, Fuji doing the business on Sponge, but his teammate manages to get him cleared up. Spartan needs to get in there. So Hardshift went for the aggressive push, but it has cost them. 2 of their players down, 1 knocked. So Spartan getting the res on to Sponge there. And yeah, they prevail. 6 kills for this team now. So very hard pushing the Salty Snakes there. Salty Snakes put up a great fight. It's cost them 2 of their team, but they've managed to rack up the 6 kills. So they'll get themselves looted up and ready for the next phase of the game. They've got a nice location as well, so they don't have to worry about rotations. So 56 players still alive, 16 teams. Sons of Odin still well off to the north. 7 atoms outside of zone also, as are Pen. Looks like 7 atoms and Pen be getting relatively close to each other. Let's check these guys out. Looks like you're going to have plenty of situation here. So here we are with the rendezvous. They're getting into it. Squad number 5 from Pen. Snout takes some rounds. Also got team number 9 from ZPX. contesting this one. The guys from the Rendezvous here, they've already picked up 6 kills. And yep, ZPX not too far away from this one at all. Mystic knocked. Junior having a look at the reverse right there. Willow looking like he's wants to have a look at the side here and flank. Out go the nades. Okay, but they've got 2 players down at this moment in time. ZPX. Subi puts the knock and thirst on Supreme from the Rendezvous. Willow putting some rounds towards Snout. Going to stay in the gunfight. He's the only member of his team up and running at this moment in time. Just going to try and get the res on, but you can hear the footsteps. And that's Willow taken out. And that's the guys from ZPX taken out. Great gunfight there. Okay, we're down to 43 players, 13 teams still contesting. Game number 3. Let's check out the elves. Looks like they might have some action around them pretty soon. So they're essentially looking at Sons of Odin, who are slightly outside of circle, but it looks like they've also got some action not too far away from squad number 12. That's Noob Hunters. Looks like Sons of Odin fast rotating in with vehicles. There's a couple of teams going at it here. Looks like Sam has been knocked, so Smoke's going out, trying to get the team made up. Phase 4 of the game. And we got 3 different teams all contesting it right on the edge of the blue. We've got about a minute and a half before it starts to move in. And Clint getting a good look at Grim there and puts the knock on. Great work. Okay, let's check out what Silvio's having a look at here. Clint doing the business, trying to get Spicy back up. Sniper shots being exchanged. And Silvio doing the business, putting the burst in, trying to keep these guys' heads down whilst Clint gets the res onto his teammate. Silvio taking some rounds though now. Thor has been knocked from Noob Hunters. And oof, that nade took a little bit of a chunk out. Are these guys going to crash the compound, or are they looking to rotate in? I'd imagine rotate would probably be the better shout at this moment in time. Phase number 4 of the game. Yep, they're moving away. They're going for rotation. Probably the right call. That's going to put them pretty close to the guys from Hard Shift, though. No, they're heading past hard shift here, but that's going to put them straight into the line of who's that? Squad number 4, Penn, and squad number 24, and they they're going to get into a world of her here. There's a lot of teams fighting here. Looks like Silvio had a quick look at Trippy there, thirsted him up. And plenty of teams all contesting this area, right on the edge of blue. Vape just on the outside of circle, but they're certainly taking some rounds. Let's have a look at Mumbles. So they know they have plenty of teams around them. They know they still have to make circle. 1 minute. We're in phase 5 of the game. Plate from 7 Atoms, Soul Survivor there next to his vehicle. I imagine he's going to jump in that at some point and go for a very fast rotation. He's going to attract some fire doing it though. Managed to pick up 4 kills by this team. Silvio, also the last remaining member of his squad, again out of zone. I don't think he has access to a vehicle, so he's facing a very tough rotation. Oh no, he's got his bike. Here we go. And yeah, that was a bullet magnet, and he's taken out very, very quickly by CJ from 7 Atoms. He's going to have to move himself though pretty soon. Right, here we are with the guys from Vape, squad number 25. We've got the rendezvous just off to their north, and potentially we've got CJ from 7 Atoms rotating behind. Trying to put the rounds in. CJ, I think, just getting past that one. So he's rotated to narrow side of circle. He's got himself inside the zone. He'll be maintaining profile, consolidating, getting some meds in. We're now 26 players, 10 teams, 9 teams, 25 left alive. There's our next circle shift. And we've got action off in the north. We've got 2 teams well out of circle down to the south. And these guys are probably going to end up killing each other at this point. We're here with Verts. Great gunfight in game number 2 on Miramar, Verts. Okay, they've picked up 9 kills now, but these guys have to move. They absolutely have to move. Okay, let's get back to the rest of our action. Let's jump in with Noob Hunter, squad number 13. They're getting into it potentially, well, very close to their clan mates. So we're down to 11 players now, but still 5 teams. Squad number 25. And there's Vape. Still outside of zone. Noob Hunters here, just managing to keep hold of one edge of zone. We've got Zen rotating in hard and fast from the south. CJ from 7 Atoms on his own still. Missy has been knocked. So hard fast rotation for Zen, but they certainly took a lot of fire doing it. CJ now looking to push into zone, and not too far away from Verts here. Out goes the molly. And oof. How on earth is Vert still alive at that point? That nade took a huge chunk out of him. CJ manages to get the knock on him though. So CJ causing all kinds of problems to these guys from Xenotactic. Venom doing his best to get the res onto Vert. Team number 14 still got a little bit of rotation to do, and it's phase number 7 of the game. So sooner rather than later, engaged in a fight, and CJ's, yeah, he's becoming a real thorn in the side of the guys from Xenotactic here. So squad number 13, Noob Hunters, they're still out of zone 14, looking to rotate in. That's Sons of Odin. And Venom doing his very best to clear CJ out of this flank. They need to own this space. Yep, and that's CJ out. So the guys from Xenotactic here controlling a situation just to the south in circle. Let's have a look at Jacko from Sons of Odin. He's outside of zone. His health is not good. He's got no meds and Blue's pushing on him. Nothing he can do at this point but attempt to come in. He's got to get on his feet. Got to get on his feet. Move forward. So we're down to 2 teams left alive now. Xenotactic, Sons of Odin, Jacko, the last surviving member of his team. The Blues pushing on him. He's got no meds, and yeah, looks like Xenotactic took that one. They did indeed. So that's 15 kills from the guys from Xenotactic. 8 for Lotus there. Well played indeed. In second place, Sons of Odin. Jacko doing his very best, but tough situation he was facing at the end there. 3 kills for Sons of Odin. And in third place, we have Noob Hunters. And that's for 8 kills for those guys. So just having a quick look. 8 kills for Lotus seems to be the big number at the minute. We'll just come down and have a look. Marcus from Noob Hunters getting 5 there. And look at Snout. 10 kills for Snout from the Rendezvous. $18 kills in total for that team. So certainly lighting up the kill feed. So I think you'd have to say Snout probably going to be our individual kill leader, and that team may well be our squad kill leaders for the game. So yeah, well played to them, but well played to Xenotactic for the win in game number 3. Well played to Zen also taking the win in game number 2, and it was Hardshift game number 1. So yeah, some fantastic action in all 3 games as always. Fantastic event hosted by our good friends from Genesis. Thanks to Fitzy and the guys for doing their usual outstanding job. I'd like to thank Jammy for dropping into slot number 2, helping me out there. It's much appreciated. Thank you all for, well, basically doing what you do. Making sure we have exciting stuff to follow, great content for me to commentate on, and hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. No doubt we'll see you again next week for more of the same. So, as always, I'm Vimes177 Gaming. Good hunting, and bye for now.